Hello and welcome back to thedrinker.co.uk. I'm Pete Turner, and in this series of films we're looking at wines that are available in the UK in the winter of 2021 going into the spring of 2022. In this film we're looking at the wines that are available from Majestic. Now all of the wines in all of these films are priced no more than £10. And Majestic, don't be scared of them. Just because they're a wine merchant doesn't mean all of their wines are really expensive. They do great wines right across the price points and some really good value here. There are two prices that you pay for in Majestic. There's a single bottle price, which is always more expensive than what they call the mix 6 price. So buy any 6 bottles of wine and it brings the prices down considerably. And the prices I'm going to give you are the mix 6 prices. So don't be afraid of them. Go in there. Their staff are fabulous and they really know what they're doing. Because it's only drinks, they really know their stuff. So here we go then. So I'm going to start off. We are going to Chile, called Jaguar Valley, and this is a Merlot from Fellipe Edwards, one of my favourite producers. It's Merlot Gran Reserva, so it's had a little bit of time in oak. And let's have a little sniff. And immediately it's got a real quite intense plummy character. There's quite a lot of oak there, and a tiny bit of like a rubber cycle repair kit. It's a really lovely little rubbery note to it. And the fruit really opens up on the palate. It becomes like a really quite jammy, but not in a bad way. Plum, black cherry, black currant sort of area. And there is quite a lot of oak in there. I like that. Some people might not, but I do. And I think it really works well. The big oak matches the big fruit. And there's some lovely balancing tannins in there, which just kind of give it enough structure. So similar in, oh, sorry, should have said, that is $7.99 and it is 14.5% in alcohol. This is also 14.5% in alcohol and it's $8.99 a bottle, and this is the definition GSM. Now GSM is Grenache, Syrah or Shiraz and Mourvedre, a classic Rhone blend, but this one is made in South Australia. So let's have a little sniff and see how we go with this. And already has got that sort of Mediterranean herbal note to it. I'm getting sort of rosemary and a bit of lavender, and yeah, violets. Yeah, something aromatic in there. Yeah, and there is, again, there's a little bit of oak. It's not as oaky as the first one, but there's certainly some sort of vanilla-y sort of oak to the nose. And it's got bigger tannins than the first one, but again they really opens the wine up. Yeah, real sort of hit of damson and plum and like a dark fruit compote. Beautiful wine. The definition range at Majestic is really well worth looking out. Some really good wines, really quite precise wines. I really like what they're doing with definition. Okay, so on to the whites. This is an old favourite of mine. This is Silver Ghost, again from Chile. I last year recommended the Rosé version of this. This comes in at $5.49 a bottle. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, and Chile do some really lovely Sauvignon Blancs. And it's got a sort of pineapple-y, exotic tropical fruit nose. And it's quite big on the palate. Really racy acidity on the side of the mouth. Very mouth-watering. Pineapple, and I'm getting some sort of grapefruit pith, something like that. It's a super wine at $5.49. I think that's a real good sort of party wine for the coming festive season. So I'm loving that. And again, we've got another Sauvignon Blanc, but this one comes from France. This is called Haut Poitou. It's from near Poitiers on the Loire in France. It's $8.99 a bottle, a bit more expensive. And see how the French do Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, and it's much more restrained. There is still a little bit of that sort of hedgerow kind of elderflower to it, but it's not in any way dominant. It's not overblown like a New Zealand Sauvignon might be. Yeah. Really subtle, really balanced and poised. Again, mouth-watering in terms of the acidity, and you can still taste that lovely sort of elderflower, grapefruit sort of note to it. Much more subtle than the Silver Ghost. And there's some lovely minerality. There's a real sort of sucking a pebble kind of chalky stoniness to it. Beautiful wine, $8.99, lovely stuff. Okay, so another one. We're staying in France. This is Le Frères Lumieres. It's Côte de Rhône Rosé, and it's a tribute to the Lumiere brothers, who apparently came from the Rhône. Didn't know that. $7.99 for Rosé. Really good price. It's a very pretty wine. And immediately it's just strawberry, like bruised strawberry. Yeah, you've been picking strawberries, and yeah, you've got the essence of strawberry on your fingers. Oh, strawberries and cream. It's dry, it's fruity, it's pretty, it's delicious. It really is. I would hate to use words like delicious, but it's really lovely. And at $7.99, I think that's a terrific spot of value. It is from Côte de Rhône. I said it's from the Côte de Rhône. So yeah, from the south of France. Beautiful wine. $7.99 a bottle. What's not to like? And again, we're staying in France again. This is Mademoiselle Marguerite. It's a Blanquette de Limoux. So it's a traditional style wine. It's made in the same way that champagne is. Different grape varieties. It's Mauzac is the predominant grape in this. This one comes from the south of France. I've got it written down here somewhere. It's just on the border of France and Spain, on the Barcelona side. So here it is, lovely Blanquette de Limoux, and it's like lemon sherbets. Yeah, really expressive and elegant, and it's not bullying at all. Yeah, and that lemon sherbety note comes out. It's beautiful. It's well balanced. It's dry and fresh. And then there's a little sort of brioche kind of finish. $8.99 a bottle. I'd pay $8.99 just to look at that bottle. I think it's lovely. So Mademoiselle Marguerite apparently is a tribute to a winemaker in Limoux in the 1940s. So well worth looking out for that one. So there you go. There's my selection from Majestic. Really do get into a Majestic. They know so much about what they're doing. The staff there are always lovely. They're great value wines, and they're really quite precise. They really hit the spot in all of what they're doing there. So you'll go to Majestic and spend far too much, like I do. I buy all the cheap ones, and then I think, I need a bottle of that, and then I'll have a bottle of that, and then before you know it, I've spent way too much. But they are lovely people. So there you go. Have a lovely winter and spring. Have a lovely Christmas, and here's to good drinking.